What's up guys, this is Massey. Welcome to another video. In this video I want to show you some examples regarding division of polynomials and how to divide polynomials. We're going to use long division. I'm going to start from easier questions toward the more difficult questions. So the first one is going to be 32x to the power of 9 minus 56x to the power of 8 divided by negative 8 x to the power of 5. So 32x to the power of 9 divided by negative 8x to the power of 5 will be negative 4x to the power of 4. This part is going to be the quotient. It's called quotient. Now negative 4x to the power of 4 times this one is going to be 32x to the power of 9. You subtract it, it's going to be 0. Then you bring the next number down. Negative 56x to the power of 8 divided by negative 8x5 is going to be 7 x to the power of 3. Now 7x to the power of 3 times negative 8x to the power of 5 is going to be negative 56 8 to the power x to the power of 8. When you subtract it, it's going to be 0. So the quotient is going to be negative 4x to the power of 4 plus 7x cubed. The remainder is 0. Next one. We have 56x to the power of 9 minus 24x to the power of 7. I'm gonna just do it quickly, like it's very similar to the previous question. So it's gonna be 7x to the power of 5. When you multiply it, that's gonna be actually negative. It's gonna be 56x to the power of 9. Then you bring the next number down. It's gonna be 3x to the power of 3. When you multiply it, is negative 24x to the power of 7. So this part is gonna be the quotient. Next example, we have 16x to the power of 10 minus 12x to the power of 8 minus 6x to the power of 6 minus 2x squared divided by negative 2x squared. Now this divided by this one is going to be negative 8x to the power of 8. When you multiply it, it's going to be 16x to the power of 10. Subtract it, it's going to be 0. You bring the next number down, negative 12x to the power of 8 divided by negative 2x squared will be positive 6x to the power of 6. When you multiply it, it's going to be negative 12x to the power of 8. Then you bring the next number down, negative 6x6 divided by this guy is going to be 3x4. When you multiply it, it's going to be negative 6x to the power of 6. Then you bring the next number down, negative 2x squared divided by negative 2x squared is going to be just positive 1. When you multiply it, it's going to be the same thing and it's going to cancel out. Now let's see this one. So we have 19x to the power of 9 y to the power of 10 minus 14x to the power of 7 y to the power of 8 plus 12x cubed y4 divided by 2x cubed y. So that's actually supposed to be 18. So 18 divided by 2 is going to be 9. x9 divided by x cubed, x6. y10 divided by y is going to be y9. When you multiply it, that's going to be 18 x9 y10. Cancel out, you bring the next number down, negative 14 x7 y8 divided negative 7 x to the power of 4 y to the power of 7. When you multiply it, it's going to be negative 14 x to the power of 7 y to the power of 8. Then you bring this number down, 12x cubed y4 divided by this guy is going to be 6 x cubed and x cubed cancel out. Y to the power of 4 divided by y is going to be y cubed. So y cubed times this guy is going to be 12x to the power of 3 y to the power of 4. Then you can cancel out. So the quotient is going to be this part. Now next question, we have x squared minus 4x minus 45 divided by x minus 9. X squared divided by x is going to be x. X times x, x squared. X times negative 9, negative 9x. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. And negative 4x plus 9 is going to be 5x. And you bring this one down. 5x divided by x is going to be plus 5. So 5 times x, 5x. 5 times negative 9 is going to be negative 45. When you cancel out, subtract it, it's going to cancel out, and the answer is going to be x plus 5. Next one, we have m squared plus 4m plus 8 divided by m plus 3. M squared divided by m is going to be m. M times m squared. M times 3, 3m. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. 4m minus 3m is going to be just m. You need to bring the next number down because you need to have two numbers here, two terms. Because we have two terms in here. If you have three terms, you must have three terms here. So m minus 8 divided by m plus 3. The largest degree divided by the largest one. So m divided by m plus 1. 1 times m, m. 1 times 3, 3. M minus m, 0. 8 minus 3 is going to be 5. So the remainder is 5. And the quotient is going to be m plus 1. So we can say m squared plus 4m plus 8 divided by m plus 3 equals to m plus 1 plus 5 divided by m plus 3. Like the same as here, 5 is the remainder. Now let's see this example. M squared minus 6m plus 1 divided by m minus 4. M squared divided by m, m. M times m squared. M times negative 4, negative 4m. When you subtract it, this cancels out. Negative 6m minus negative 4 is going to be negative 2m plus 1. Negative 2m divided by m is going to be negative 2. Then it's going to be negative 2m. Negative 2 times negative 4 is going to be plus 8. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. 1 minus 8 is going to be negative 7. So that's going to be the remainder. So m squared minus 6m plus 1 divided by m minus 4 is going to be m minus 2 minus 7 divided by m minus 4. That's going to be the answer. And this is the remainder. Next one. 2m squared minus 5m plus 3 divided by 2m minus 1. 2m squared divided by 2m, m. m times 2m, 2m squared. M times negative 1, negative m. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. Negative 5m minus negative m will be negative 5m plus m, which will be negative 4m plus 3. Negative 4m divided by 2m will be negative 2. Negative 2 times 2m, negative 4m. Negative 2 times negative 1 is going to be plus 2. When you subtract it, these two cancel out, and we have 3 minus 2. That will be 1. So 2m squared minus 5m plus 3 divided by 2m minus 1 is going to be equal to m minus 2 plus 1 over 2m minus 1. That's the remainder. This is the quotient. Next example, we have x squared minus 9 divided by x plus 3. X squared divided by x, x. X times x, x squared. X times 3, 3x. Now when you subtract it, these two cancel out, and we will end up having negative 9 minus 3x. So we have negative 3x minus 9. Negative 3x divided by x, negative 3. So negative 3 times x, negative 3x. Negative 3 times positive 3 is going to be negative 9. When you subtract it, that's going to be 0. So the remainder is 0. Quotient is x minus 3. Next one. X squared minus 5x. We need to write this one first. Plus 2 divided by x minus 3. X squared divided by x, x. X times x, x squared. X times negative 3, negative 3x. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. Negative 5x minus negative 3x will be negative 5x plus 3x. So it's negative 2x plus 2. Negative 2x divided by x, negative 2. Negative 2 times x, negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 3 plus 6. When you subtract it, these two 0. 2 minus 6, negative 4. So the remainder is negative 4. So we can say x squared plus or minus 5x plus 2 divided by x minus 3 equals to x minus 2 minus 4 over x minus 2. Now this example, x squared plus 9x minus 7 divided by x minus 3. X squared divided by x will be x. X times x squared. X times negative 3, negative 3x. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. 9x minus negative 3 will be positive 12x. You need to bring the next number down. 12x divided by x, 12. So 12 times x, 12x. 12 times negative 3, negative 36. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. And we will have negative 7 minus negative 36. So that will make it 29. So the remainder is 29. So x squared plus 9x minus 7 divided by x minus 3 equals to x plus 12 plus 29 over x minus 3. Next question. 5m squared minus 6m plus 7 divided by 5m minus 1. Now 5m squared divided by 5m will be m. m times 5m, 5m squared. m times negative 1, negative m. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. It's going to be negative 6m minus negative m will be negative 5m plus 7. So negative 5m divided by positive 5m, it's going to be negative 1. Negative 1 times 5m, negative 5m. Negative 1 times negative 1, it's going to be plus 1. When you subtract it, it's cancel out. 7 minus 1 is 6. So we can say 5m squared minus 6m plus 7 divided by 5m minus 1 equals to m minus 1 plus 6 divided by 5m minus 1. Now let's do this example. 3x to the power of 6 minus 7x5 minus 53x3 minus 26x squared minus 43x minus 34 divided by 3x plus 2. So that's going to be 3x to the power of 6 divided by 3x is going to be x to the power of 5. So this divided by this guy, actually multiply it, is going to be 3x to the power of 6 plus 2x to the power of 5. Cancel out. Negative 7 minus 2 is going to be negative 9x to the power of 5. We need to bring the next number down again because we have two terms here. We need to always have two terms in here. So negative 9x to the power of 5 divided by 3x will be negative 3x to the power of 4. When you multiply it, it's going to be negative 9x to the power of 5 minus 6x to the power of 4. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. And here, this one is x to the power of 4, this one is x to the power of 3. That's going to be positive, so we write it first. Why did I write it first? Because this x to the power of 4, this one is x to the power of 3. Now, 6x4 divided by 3x will be 2x cubed. 2x cubed times 3x, 6x4. 2x cubed times 2 is going to be 4x cubed. When you subtract it, it's going to cancel out. Negative 53 minus 4 is going to be negative 57 x to the power of 3. Bring the next number down, negative 26x squared. Negative 57x cubed divided by 3x will be negative 19x squared. When you multiply it, it's going to be negative 57x cubed minus 38x squared. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. And here we have negative 26x squared plus 38x squared will be 12x squared. Then you bring the next number down. Negative 43x, 12x squared divided by 3x, which will be 4x. So 4x times 3x, 12x squared. 4x times 2, 8x. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. Negative 43 minus 8 will be negative 51x. And the final number down, negative 34. Now I can say negative 51 divided by 3x, that will be negative 17. Negative 17 times 3x, negative 51x. Negative 17 times 2, negative 34. When you subtract it, that's going to be 0. So the remainder is 0, and the quotient is x to the power 5 minus 3x to the power 4 plus 2x cubed minus 19x squared plus 4x minus 17. Now let's have a little bit simpler than that. So we have x cubed plus 10x squared plus 13x plus 36 divided by x plus 9. Let's do it quickly. X cubed divided by x, x squared. X squared times x, x cubed. X squared times 9, 9x squared. When you subtract it, this is going to be cancelled out. 10x squared minus 9x squared is going to be x squared. You bring 13x down, x squared divided by x is going to be x. X times x, x squared. X times 9, 9x. Subtract it. These two cancel out. 13x minus 9x is going to be 4x. Bring the next number down, 36. 4x divided by x is going to be 4. So 4 times x, 4x. 4 times 9, 36. It's going to be 0. So that's the quotient. Next, it's going to be x cubed plus x squared minus 36x plus 42 divided by x plus 7. X cubed divided by x, x squared. X squared times x, x cubed. X squared times 7, 7x squared. When you write it, cancel out. X squared minus 7x is going to be negative 6x squared. You bring the next one down. Negative 6x squared divided by x is going to be negative 6x. Times this one, negative 6x squared. That's going to be negative 42x. Then cancel out. That's going to be, it's going to be 42x minus 36 is going to be 6x. Then you bring 42 down. So 6x divided by x, 6. 6 times x, 6x. 6 times 7, 42. Subtract it is going to be 0. So the quotient is going to be x squared minus 6x plus 6. So in this example, x cubed minus 6x squared minus 16x plus 63 divided by x minus 7. X cubed divided by x, x squared. X squared times x, x cubed. X squared times negative 7, negative 7x squared. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. Negative 6x squared minus negative 7x squared is going to be positive x squared. Bring the next down, negative 16x. X squared divided by x, x. X times x, x squared. X times negative 7, negative 7x. When you subtract it, it's going to cancel out. Negative 16x minus negative 7 will be negative 7, negative 9x. Then you bring the next number down. Negative 9x divided by x is going to be negative 9. Negative 9 times x, negative 9x. Negative 9 times negative 7 is going to be plus 63. Same thing. It's going to cancel out. So the quotient is going to be x squared plus x minus 9. Here, x cubed minus 2x squared minus 78x plus 16 divided by x plus 8. X cubed divided by x, x squared. X squared times x, x cubed. X squared times 8, 8x squared. Cancel out. Negative 2x squared minus 8 is going to be negative 10x squared. Bring the next number down. Negative 10x squared divided by x, negative 10x. Times this one, negative 10x squared. Negative 10x times x, 8 is going to be negative 70. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. Negative 78x minus negative 80 is going to be positive, so we have just 2x. Bring the next number down, 16. 2x divided by x is just 2. 2 times x, 2x. 2 times 8, 16. 2x plus 16 minus 2x plus 16, 0. Now let's see a couple of more examples. So x cubed minus 3x squared minus 31x minus 72 divided by x minus 8. X cubed divided by x, x squared. X squared times x, x cubed. X squared times negative x, negative 8x squared. When you subtract it, these two cancel out. Negative 3x squared minus negative 8x squared is going to be positive. So 8 minus 3, 5x squared. You bring the next number down. 5x squared divided by x is going to be 5x. 5x times x, 5x squared. 5x times negative 8 is going to be negative 40x. When you subtract it, these two cancel out, and we have 9x minus 72. 9x divided by x is going to be 9. 9 times x, 9x. 9 times negative 8, negative 72. When you subtract it, this is going to be 0. Next number, we have x cubed minus 8x squared plus 25x minus 50 divided by x minus 5. X cubed divided by x, x squared. X squared times x, x cubed. X squared times negative 5, negative 5x. Let's cancel out. Negative 8x squared minus, this is going to be positive, so negative 3x squared. Bring the next number down, 25x. Negative 3x squared divided by x will be negative 3x. Negative 3x times x, negative 3x squared. Negative 3x times negative 5 is going to be positive 15x. Subtract is going to be 0. 25x minus 15 is going to be 10x. Negative 50 down. 10x divided by x, 10. 10 times x, 10x. 10 times negative 5, negative 50. Subtract is going to be 0. X squared minus 3x plus 10 is going to be the quotient. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment if you have any question, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching and have a great day.